Welcome to another edition of X Feed. Today we're doing it while we're like not on camera, so we'll try to be even more interesting through the voice because you have less of a visual, right? That's how we do it. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. First of all, hope you stay for a few minutes. We're going over what you see on the screen, where Phantom is raising some money. We're going to go over the abstract ecosystem. We are going to get into Think a little bit. We've been talking about the AI protocol. We'll watch their walking and talking video, or at least a few minutes at the beginning. We're not going to watch the whole thing because it's like it's a 10-minute clip, so we're not going to go through all of that. But I appreciate you guys coming on through. So, as DGen News says, as of yesterday at 5:16 p.m., breaking, Phantom is set to raise 150 million. 150 million at $3 billion valuation. Now, it's kind of crazy to think about the fact that we haven't really seen a big raise within the space kind of at all. If you remember for NFTs a while ago, we used to have so many massive allocations getting put into it. I feel like Story Protocol was one of the most recent ones, which I think they got like a couple hundred mil or something crazy. And so Phantom, again, one of the wallets is out there, obviously on the Solana ecosystem and beyond, but huge news that is happening. Now, on the side of MetaMask, as we're seeing wallets, and sorry, I'm going to try to give a little bit of like a story, right? If you remember, heading into this year, we had every single NFT that was starting to say, hey, we're doing a token, right, of some sort to get people excited for it. Felt like NFTs were back. Way woohoo. And now we have Phantom saying they're about to raise. We have MetaMask that's now out on the timeline hinting at something. Does that mean it's time for the wallet industry of crypto to show their tokens wallet? I was going to say to show what's in their wallet, but I don't know if that's even that funny. Over 30 million of the most networks, the most reliable, the most secure, and much more to come. 2025 is the year of the fox. I don't know if that's actually true, but if it is, that's kind of hilarious. Either way, MetaMask kind of hinting here with much more to come. As we've highlighted before, somebody that I know that's on the consensus team behind a MetaMask and some of the applications for it were hinting earlier, so it does seem like that's a possibility. Also, what the hell happened to OpenSea and its token? I thought they were doing one. What in the world? So there was this post by Zach XBT, and for anybody that doesn't know, he's kind of a crypto sleuth who helps people when there is shenanigans afoot. And there was this big thing from another person who is saying that Coinbase, they've been having problems with them. And so somebody responded saying, why is Coinbase doing this to so many people? And Zach XBT responded saying, Coinbase has a large fraud problem they have not disclosed publicly before, and the solution is falsely blocking legitimate users. Which is that's a tough look in young algae. What's going on? We're late in the day, but young in the algae. True. Yeah, what the hell did happen, OpenSea? I receive inbounds every week from Coinbase users falling for targeted social engineering scams, which result in millions of dollars of losses each month. Which is why we always say, you get emails, don't click it. Always just go through your own means, even if it says, hey, your account's compromised, whatever it is that's going to, potentially target fish you. Try to go through the official links, see if your accounts work. Don't freak out randomly over anything you receive. Coinbase does not help the victims, and no other major exchange has the same issue. The leadership is completely out of touch with the actual threats and cites obscure internal policies to abscond, I haven't heard that word before, itself of any responsibility, even when it's the right thing to do. So that is, yeesh. Listen, I know some people are like, I don't like Zach. I mean, I find him kind of valuable, but that's actually crazy if it's a huge fraud problem and their solution is literally just banning legitimate users. Because if we go back, I want to say like 3 to 4 weeks, I did like an entire 5-minute session on just posts from everybody saying, I've been banned on Coinbase. What's going on? Why is my account locked? And it seemed like an obscenely large amount of people. So this, I guess, is kind of giving it that full circle moment. So Abstract, they've announced their incentives, saying rewards done right. I haven't read this yet, so this is kind of a first go around, but they are calling it XP, which is interesting because we've gotten a few different things where the segment platform, which we've covered, they have XP. We have the Forgotten Runeverse. The Forgotten Runes Wizards cult, they're doing something that's called XP. And I'm assuming there's probably more ecosystems, but Abstract going for their verbiage as XP. Incentives for users, builders, and creators have typically been short-sighted, fostering simple users, demotivating builders, and excluding creators. This is where abstract incentives come in. The problems with current incentives, they lead to only short-term users. Fair. They do not support builders. Okay. They do not lead to the long-term growth of the chain or its apps. Okay. And they incentivize simple interactions and metrics such as total value locked. On Abstract mainnet, users and creators using Abstract apps and streaming via the Abstract global wallet earn XP. Builders will receive awards from the success of their apps. Your XP updates every Monday, rewarding your last week's on-chain activity. That's kind of cool that it is like a weekly rewards component. I mean, I guess when you think of Blur, they had it where you were just earning as you were going. So I don't know if it's really necessarily that innovative, but either way, cool to see that you're getting the update as you go. And we get to look forward to Mondays if you're using this. Abstract users earn XP by engaging with the chain and having fun. We strongly believe that exploiting Abstract's ecosystem without being forced to do so, to do specific actions, is key to a sustainable ecosystem. Users on Abstract will also be able to earn XP through badges for their participation. So badges, we've seen that with the Azuki ecosystem. I don't know if we've seen many other badge rewards out there, and correct me if I'm wrong. There are 3 types of badges: flash badges, weekly badges, and secret badges. Okay, now this is giving me like NBA Top Shot vibes. Builders on Abstract can earn rewards too. There are 3 tiers of awards which are given out monthly based on the impact of an app within its category. Abstract has native streaming, so if you stream on Abstract, you will earn XP. So, hey, listen, maybe we'll be out there streaming on Abstract. One of the things with this, though, is I hope that it's easily integrated. Like myself, I use Streamlabs. So as like an example, I can show you guys what it looks like. And there's Young Algae right there, right? And so it's literally a button where like in the bottom left of the screen, I open up the gear and I just add another destination for it. And so it's really super simple theoretically. I just hope that is continuing to be the case with this. Additionally, if a user creates content around Abstract, they'll be rewarded periodically through secret badges. More information about streaming to come. And that's the final post in the thread. Gated. I don't know why I thought there was going to be a lot more, but maybe we get out there streaming on Abstract. Very curious what it's going to look like, though, for the streaming. Like, is it going to get pushed out aggressively? Is it going to be kind of passive? We've seen people that try to like compete against Twitch and YouTube. Obviously, the Facebook, what the hell was Facebook streaming even called? Mixer, right? Yeah, I think it was Mixer. And then we have Rumble now, which is talking very heavily about how they're in Web3 crypto, and they even bought some Bitcoin and made that extraordinarily public. Curious. Very curious. Yesterday, XRP now has a larger market cap than American Express. XRP 191 billion. It's a little bit higher now, but American Express 180 billion. Guys, slowly but surely, the crypto takeover is happening. Okay, so there was this list from Lashmi, keeping on the Abstract highlight, we'll call it, and there's all of these. And as I've said, I need to pay attention to more what's going on with Abstract. So we went through their comments, and luckily they posted a whole bunch of these where they give you the sites. So let's, at a very quick glance at each of them, we'll kind of do rapid fire, see what we think. So for Play Duper, called Duper, this looks like what the game kind of looks like. They have their Discord link, but also a site. When we click on the site, strategize like TFT, trade like Catan, deceive like Among Us. A little bit of everything. 5-player free-for-all social war game with high stakes. I get that a lot of the new crypto and blockchain games try to push like the high stakes. I'm going to be like 100 with you. I just want to play a game for fun. I don't really care about gambling in that kind of sense. Like sure, down the line, if these assets like have value and you potentially take like a PvP area or you're going up against a boss, and if you lose a certain amount of your assets, like within RuneScape as an example, if you die, right, depending on what kind of game mode you're on, you might lose some of those items, or you need to go back to where like you died within 5 minutes, or you end up losing those and going to certain dungeons a little bit harder to get to like a certain point of it. But it looks like they are getting some big streamers as well. Duper from Teamfight Tactics NA ranks #1 POV, and then they have a Teamfight Tactics rank 1 challenger, a logo in the back. So I'm assuming this is like a streamer that they have with it. But either way, cool to see that we're getting more and more big names within the space. Also, if you guys haven't seen, I noticed a little bit earlier today that Scump is getting his own skin within Off the Grid. So not sure if any of you are out there grinding Off the Grid, but Scump, being a big player and notable streamer, having their own skin within the game. So Royu, I have no idea how to say that. Try to say that out loud. Ruyui. I don't know. That's weird. All right. Jumping over to this. This is something I have seen a whole bunch of. People have been talking about the timeline, saying like this is the must-have abstract ecosystem. Off of just kind of the animation here, looks fine. I don't know if it necessarily screams anything exciting to me just yet. But we envision a future where animation, gaming, and Web3 unite to create immersive experiences that inspire and connect. Our scalable universe is designed to be usable, playable, watchable, and monetizable. Wow. A little bit of everything. By blending Eastern and Western creative styles with bold ideas and cutting-edge technology, Ryui Studios is redefining what's possible, setting new standards for creativity and innovation. Not bad. Yo, Roar, nice attempt. I love it. So I guess for this, like if we go over to their site, there is more to this. So we have the studios, they have a follow us section, they have their partners, they have job openings. So Abstract, Magic Eden. I think this is Portal Pay. We have Nifty Island, and I'm not too familiar with the other two here. But still, very good start. Curious to see how that does, as that's massively titled. Okay, Final Bossu. These all have kind of funky names. Crazy amounts of follows on each of them as well. And this one, born from Web3, coming soon, crafting the future of anime, fans and creators become owners, and age against all odds, dare to dream big. So they have an X page, and it doesn't look like a whole lot else. Although it is kind of cool. Look at that. When you hover over the coming soon, it changes the screen. Listen, we love a good website. But not a whole lot to go off of, to be honest. Kaboo, fostering fun and friendship across the digital world. Again, for anybody that's joining late, thanks so much for tuning in. We're just going over some of the abstract NFT collections that are coming out and just trying to catch a vibe. So for their questing, because it doesn't look like they actually have a website, we have to sign in with the Discord to log in with the quest. If we go to the world, we can see this. Stores coming soon, and then there is a leaderboard as well. Taking a second to load, but it doesn't look like we can do anything without logging in. And I get that we like the mysterious, we like hiding all this stuff, but I don't get why there's just not more information on these websites right now. It just seems super weird. And every single collection is doing that. But we do have some people, LeBron James is apparently the one with the most points on that. And is that the actual LeBron? Probably not. Okay, so we've talked about the Think AI agents a little bit. So we're going to play this quick talk from Mike and Jesse. We're not going to watch the whole thing because it's 10 minutes, but we'll watch like the first 4, and this is them walking and talking about the new AI protocol.
A lot of announcements this week, I guess. And there's a lot of announcements coming up in general. Let's just recap.
Yeah, it is a huge week. Like right now, we have some of the biggest players in this whole space coming together around standards. And as we've been working to make all these pieces interconnect, we're seeing more and more of these projects see that we need to have one type of agent. Mm-hmm. And that agent needs to be able to work with all the different tools across all of Web3. And those standards that we've been building have been so attractive that folks like Futureverse came and got involved. Mm-hmm. And when they showed us the types of tools that they have, they've been working for a long time in kind of the non-LLM side of AI, which is like being able to give an AI agent a body and being able to actually like grow a whole world from stories almost, right? Uh-huh. They've been building all these tools, and you add the kind of things that we've been building in LLMs with like a character synthesizer and bringing humanity,
Game Master,
Game Master, bringing souls to life basically, right?
Yep.
And we're totally aligned on being able to give these agents agency. Mm-hmm. And so it totally makes sense to take that vision behind Asto, roll it up into this much bigger protocol that's able to standardize agents in the same way that they were able to standardize the internet when Netscape came out.
Yeah. The premise here is that agents will build the metaverse. And by metaverse, we mean like the new internet. So it's not just the gaming environments.
Yes.
Because the only way, you can't actually scale it. Like if you look at why it's so expensive to build out the metaverse right now, it's because you have like individual contributors building like components one at a time, and all this kind of stuff is not very smart. So if you can give agents the tools they need to build the metaverse, and like I said, it's not just gaming environments, it's things like I needed a website, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the only way to really scale this kind of what we would call like the new internet. Right.
Yeah, because like you just think about the way that websites work today, and like that website took a lot of time and money to build, and like there might be a little agent on the front of it that doesn't really work, and then you got to call and try to talk to a person because that person has intelligence, and that person has the ability to like navigate and help you understand, but they don't want you to be on the phone because they charge by the hour, and so so as a customer, like you can't interact with even our current internet, let alone the metaverse.
Yeah.
If you want to be able to interact with the whole metaverse, you need AI agents to be able to create custom interfaces for you, to be able to do the things that you want to do. You need AI agents that understand your schedule and your preferences and things like that, so they can actually help you make the right decision. Like I actually misbooked. I got to a hotel room for a sprint this weekend.
Yeah.
And I found out I was at the wrong hotel, and there wasn't a room. And so I slept on a couch where if I had had an AI agent, I would have been in a spot where it would be like, hey dude, like that's the wrong place.
You're at the wrong spot. Nah, that's crazy. Okay, so again, if you guys wanted to check that out, that's from Think Agents if you are on X, but it's a new protocol. And again, we've been covering the Featureverse ecosystem. Very interesting to see these guys come about, and also kind of funny to think about that somebody's walking very slowly with a camera behind them. And Roar, I know why those NFT websites are all doing this. Back to the abstract conversation, is because they know the next step, they have to deliver something to keep up relevancy, but they don't know what to deliver, so it's coming soon when they figure out, yo, cook them, Roar, cook them. I mean, I don't understand why, like, it seems standard to just, like, not share what's going on when you're leading up to something. Kind of crazy. And Jesse, from that video, he was the gentleman on the left, noting CZ's quote tweet saying, decentralized protocols will eat the world. The future is trustless. Those who get it early will benefit the most. Well, listen, pat yourself on the back, ladies and gentlemen. Hell yeah. Good thing we're here covering all this. True, true, true. So I don't know why. X is kind of funny where if you like one thing, all of a sudden it just keeps sloshing you out more. And so the other day we highlighted somebody that brought up like a screenshot from, I think it was 2018, what the top 10 cryptos look like. And Arches found their portfolio shot from 2017. So it was Bitcoin back when it was less than $3,000 American, SYS, ANS, XVG, GNT, LBC, and UBQ. How many of these are like still existing? Like, so the CIS thing here, that was their second. I'm gonna bring it up on my phone here because I don't want the screen to get all mollywopped on what it looks like here. But if we type in SYS, nothing pops up. If we type in ANS, they have Ansem's cat that's ranked like 50,000. I'm going to guarantee that's not what it was back in the day. XVG. Verge is popping up if that's XVG. So that's still around. Interesting. And then GNT, and then we'll stop there. Green Trust, which is like barely nothing. And I don't think that's that because the logos look different, but maybe it is. So kind of crazy. Again, when you look back to then, we still have a bag of Gollum. Is that what GNT stands for? GNT? Okay. So I was doing the podcast before and somebody brought up Gollum and I was like, listen, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. But now you're the second person to bring it up. I need to do some research. Is it still doing anything or is it just donezo, Buffalo? And good to see you. Okay, so earlier when we looked at Abstract, they highlighted how on every Monday there was going to be a refresh of what your point system would look like. If you've ever bidded on Blur before when you were airdrop farming potentially, it gave you like a running count in the moment. And I think that in the moment, exact rewards is something that would be phenomenal. Whether you're staked, whether you're trying to get some sort of yield on anything DeFi related. This would be a great example. Now, these are kind of crazy numbers, right? But Cristiano Ronaldo's salary at Al Nassr So it's 2 million pounds per year, 200 million pounds per year. Excuse me, holy hell. 16.6 million pounds per month, 3.8 million pounds per week, 769,000 pounds per day, 96,153 pounds per hour, and 1,602 pounds per minute, and ultimately 26.7 pounds per second. Right? Now, even if this said $0.01 per second on whatever your yield is, listen, I just think that that would give a whole nother like refresh to the people, and they'd be like, all right, you know what? That's kind of cool. So if you're out there building DeFi applications, just throw that out there. I think it would be cool so people could see exactly the breakdown from that. Breaking. We're breaking things. There, I broke something, even though I lied. Okay, anime token generating event on January 23rd. Very nice. So another potential liquidity event, OKX, apparently, was the leakers of this, showing that the mining for anime coin is going to happen then. So, yeah. Get ready for January 23rd. Should be good. Also, final thing, just showing a little bit of gameplay from Rumble Kongs. Seen various games coming out from different NFTs. And this is kind of just an example of one of those. From the interface, it does look like this is on mobile. So if you're somebody that wants to go and try that out, there you go. Roar, just grab some SOIS. Thanks. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But that's it for this edition of XFeed. Kind of short, sweet, simple, but wanted to give you guys some highlights of what's going on. It feels like kind of a slow news day. Like, listen, I don't know if I'm absolutely crazy or not over here, but this is probably one of the shorter shows we've had. Maybe I need to go and do some research on the timeline, or maybe everybody's waiting for a late Friday to break out all of the news. But either way, thank you so much for coming on through. Young Algae, the GOAT, Roar, Buffaloes, as a Buffalo soldier. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.